It's a pleasure to sit here with friend to the room, top lightweight in the world, Teofimo Lopez.
What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, man? Doing
Listen,
good,
man,
I'm excited.
Listen, I feel like this fight has been rescheduled like a baby shower, man. You know, like this venue ain't right and this time ain't right, this date ain't right. It's been a long time coming. How does it feel for it to finally happen and it be in your hometown?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm about time, man. That's really it. It's about damn time. That's how I look at it, man. And to be back here in New York, back home, man, I got family over here that I haven't seen in a while since COVID. So it's like, this is definitely the one for me, man. And come back here, defend all my titles, you know, undisputed and everything. That right there, for me, I wouldn't want it no other way.
Speaking of family, how many ticket requests? Like, how many people want tickets?
A lot.
A lot.
Add one more, because he know he gonna ask.
I need about 4, but go ahead.
All right, so listen, man. How long was camp? Like 2 years now? How you feel after this 2-year camp?
Man, camp was, it's 24 years in camp. That's how you know what I'm saying? But in reality, man, it's I'm just, you know, I'm pleased and thankful to be even at this point now. You know, we healthy and we just ready. You know, it's been a long time coming, man, and I'm just looking forward to getting this fight out the way, you know, and looking forward to 2022 and what it holds for me.
You know, part of this fight that's special and unique is the fact that it's has a global audience with Dazn. I mean, did that play a part? I mean, how important that is to you for people to know you outside of America?
Very important. That is very important. I think it's very important in everything that we do in life, and mainly in boxing. You gotta be in all different world platforms. You know what I'm saying? You gotta cross play with everything. So it's like just being on here, I'm already thankful for that and grateful. You know, so for Dazn to pick this fight up, Matchroom Boxing, Eddie Hearn, I mean, it's what other way would I want it? You know, I'm gonna have people watch me from different outlets and from different places around the world, you know, just to tune in to see what this young blood could bring to the table, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like just things like that I look forward to seeing in myself, you know, to give them that satisfaction of like, wow, this guy he could fight. Yeah, right. I really want that. I'm looking forward to it, you know, and just staying focused through it all.
You finally got the fight here now after all of these postponements. Did you feel disrespected when people were kind of doubting you having COVID?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's like effed up, man, to be honest, and how they try to convince it. You know what I'm saying? Like how they're so quick to make everyone believe it. You know what I'm saying? Because of the media and stuff. Right. But you don't know how I'm feeling. Like you don't know what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't know what it is until they get it, right? Yeah. And then they're like dying, like, oh man, you know, and it's like, you know, you just don't know. So like don't say someone's faking something. Why am I gonna fake to miss out $6 million? Yeah.
Is that one of the reasons why?
Does that make sense during a pandemic?
No, it makes no sense, but you have like some serious animosity towards Cambosos. Is that one of the main reasons because of what he said about COVID?
Well, yeah, on top of that, I feel like I understand the man's upset. You know, he busted his ass, but so did I. If anybody should be more upset than anybody, it's me. I had to do 12 weeks in camp on top of this for your fight in the beginning. I hold all the belts. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Show must go on with me. It couldn't go on without me. And that was the hardest call. So I get he was frustrated during that time, but yeah, I got a lot of animosity towards him and to everybody around that treated my team, you know, wrongly. You know, I think that's messed up, man, just because someone got sick and they're ill, that could possibly die. I wonder how people would have looked back at it if I had passed away from COVID, because I have asthma on top of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like 2 levels away from actually getting straight to the hospital from my oxygen levels. It was low. So it was like those things, like what happens if I would have died? Oh, dang, man, I thought, what am I going to get out of that? Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So people don't know what they talking about, but I look forward to other things, man. So I hold all that in, and I'm just gonna release all that tension come November 27th, come fight night, man. I'm letting all that out and more.
All right, so speaking of
I
animosity.
just punch him in the floor, too. And just
nah, don't go that far.
Don't go that far. And just throw all these belts away and just
This ain't WWE. Don't go
and
that
then hit him with an elbow. Let me stop.
All right, so listen, speaking of animosity, which one of the guys in the 135-pound division do you dislike the most? Because you've went a little back and forth with all of them, basically.
Yeah, of course. Dislike the most? I mean, Lomachenko first.
Why is that?
I just never liked him. know what I'm saying?
He didn't like
just-
his
Yeah, he
face.
said that before on our
Yeah,
show.
I know. See, I
Nah,
don't
I
like
just-
his
He called him, he
face.
said he was a prima donna.
Yeah, I just never liked how he carried himself, and just his energy I don't like it. But we got
But
him
you
out
beat
the
him.
way.
You don't think you humbled him?
Huh?
You beat him already. All right, he's out of there. So
Humbled
go ahead.
him.
Who's next? Who's next?
He hasn't said one humble word since that fight. What the hell are you talking about?
Thanks. Who I would say I dislike because it's annoying is Devin Haney.
Haney.
Yeah, that's probably about it.
How has it been working with Eddie Hearn, who's Matchroom, and Devin Haney's a Matchroom fighter? I mean, you guys had a little quarrel on the broadcast.
Yeah.
Has it been a little difficult?
No, not at all. It's not difficult at all. Like, I get it. That's their guy. I'm right now just on the, on just getting one fight done right here. It's a one-fight deal, and then they know I got to go back to ESPN, but then they'll talk about those things when it comes to Dazn and ESPN and the promoters. They trying to build that fight as well.
Speaking of ESPN, recently we all saw Crawford beat Porter in a dramatic way with his father stopping the fight. And afterwards, on the press conference, he shared with the world right in front of Bob, saying that I'm moving on. Basically, I'm done with Top Rank. How did you feel about that? And how do you feel moving forward in your career in terms of promotional deals?
It's a fighter, someone that's building their own thing as well. And Crawford had to say what he had to say. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't care. I mean, he stated out what he's trying to do and how he's looking forward on his career. I mean, he still got some years in him, so he's just trying to take advantage of that for his kids. I mean, he says it there too. So for me, it's like, all right, we got Canelo. Looks like Crawford will be in the mix. And you got me coming in. So it's like, it's great. You're starting to see these fighters and slowly but surely become their own individual champions, like their own bosses, and it's like, that's good for them. It's just make sure you make the right decisions and choices. And I wish success for all those guys.
I'm glad you brought up the Crawford-Porter fight. Now, you seen what Kenny Porter, his father and his manager, said after the fight, and your father's your trainer, How do you feel about what Porter said, and what if your father would have said that about you?
Definitely, that's something that I just felt like, things don't need to be said right there in the moment, and I felt like Kenny Porter, his father, he did what he had to do stopping the fight. Okay, but the post-interview afterwards, like that didn't look too well, but Porter just, he respects his father, so he's going to stay there and just not leave him out like that. But I'm sure they talked about it afterwards, and
what would you have done if that was your father saying, T.O., he just didn't prepare well?
Probably,
Choke him out?
talk to him, yeah, for sure. But I definitely talk to my father, and, but he knows what I can and cannot do. You know what I'm saying? And what I cannot do is very, very, very minimum to it. So it's like he expects the best of me always. So I'm sure Sean Porter and his father, Kenny Porter, had the same attempt, but I think Kenny just went a little too hard on the criticism on his son in front of everybody.
Now, you see, we got that answer from a son whose father trains him, and that makes sense because everybody else is bashing Kenny Porter harder than what you just did. But you can understand because you put yourself in his shoes. What if my father did that to me?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm the only thing I think that it shocked Sean Porter was that him and his father never talked about that. That's the only thing. Me and my father, we talk about all these things. Okay, what happens if it ever gets to a point like that? I trust in you that you will do what's best for me and make the right decision. Because I know that you'll turn off from coach to father real quick. And I think that goes to play. I think that's what Kenny did. Crawford is someone that he may get the knockdowns and stuff like that, but eventually he'll find a way to finish the fight. Right. He's done it in his consecutively in his past couple fights. Mm-hmm. So I think that Kenny had a feeling that his son was gonna be hurt. So he did good on that part, so to speak. I just don't think what he said afterwards. But that's Kenny Porter, man. If you know Kenny, you know that's how he is.
Can I congratulate you here on the show? Because I didn't know till today your son is born. Teofimo, was he like the 7th or the 8th?
Man, I gotta go back on everything, man. I think he's the 4th or the 5th. I'm not even sure right now, man.
Wow.
I heard
so Junior was lying. Ain't no Junior, man.
I heard I was the 4th, and then I heard I was the 3rd. So it's like I gotta We gotta go back on that, but he's definitely.
But he's a
definitely-
Teofimo.
He is a Teofimo.
If mini Teofimo, when he's 3-4 years old, starts throwing punches and saying, "Dad, I want to go to the gym," are you okay in that? Are you gonna do what your father did? Will your father be okay with his grandson fight?
He's gonna train him. Crazy? Junior's gonna train him.
Yeah, man. If my son wants to go and do that, I'm definitely gonna teach him how to defend himself, and I would love for him to start either taekwondo or boxing, some type of form of art of combat, because it teaches them a lot of discipline, at a young age. So for me, like that right there, yeah, man. If my son ever comes to that point, I know he's gonna want to when he sees me and he sees how his dad is, But I don't want to influence it on him. If he chooses to, like my father, he never really influenced me in the boxing. He brought me along. He tried to fight for himself, and it just gravitated onto me naturally. So I want the same for my son, whether it's for soccer, sports, or being a doctor, anything like that. Whatever it is, man, sky's the limit for that kid.
Your father told me to put $100,000 on a first-round knockout for your fight of George Kambosos. Is that a good bet?
Yeah, it is.
Should I do that?
Yeah, of course. I think the odds are like, what, 1-4, 3?
Listen, if you lose or if you go past one round, I got to come move in with y'all. I'm going to let you know. Because your father told me put 100 racks on. I'm letting you know that right now.
Listen, what is Kambosos not ready for? Like, we know that he's seen you in the ring. Like, he's watched you score these knockouts and get these wins. What does he not have an idea that's about to happen on Saturday night?
I think it really, just like everybody else, when I get there, speed kills. My speed is fast, man. I'm fast, boy. I'm fast.
Faster than Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, for sure. And I look at it like that, man. Like, I'm fast, man. So when it comes to it, it's just more than that, though. It's speed, power,
right,
ring IQ.
And anger, though. You're going into this fight a bit angry. You said it, right? You're bringing anger to that. But are you going to be able to control that and not get out of hand?
You can't become a world champion or undisputed world champion if you don't know. You got to control your anger. You got to control it. Wow. Because that's the first loss right there. You let your emotions get the best of you, you're going to lose.
So after this, are we doing 140 for sure? And do you think that anybody there want to, there's only one person there, that's Josh Taylor. Do you think Josh Taylor want to fight you?
I would hope so. I don't see why not. If you are undisputed world champion and I'm an undisputed world champion, I don't see why we wouldn't want to fight each other. Isn't that what boxing's about?
Yes, sir.
Give me your next 3 fights if you or your promoter made the decisions where money, venue, promotional company weren't an issue. Your next 3 ideal opponents.
If they gave me $100 million right now, yes, I would pay for the venue, all these things, just to make these guys fight me.
Who? Name 3 guys.
Which ones?
Josh Taylor,
just next.
Javante Davis, Devin Haney.
Just like that.
I like that list.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, all those guys, like, it's because it's so many excuses into all this. Oh, it's because of this and because of that. And if they gave me all the money right now, I'll spend it on trying to make these fights happen.
If you beat all of those guys, you think that's Hall of Fame career?
Yeah, I'm already in the Hall of Fame. I am already in the history books in boxing.
History books? I'm talking about Hall of Fame.
I know you're talking about Hall of Fame. That right there, absolutely. I think that definitely. But I'm looking for more stuff, man. I don't even feel like that would put me into Hall of Fame.
Well,
I'm trying to do more.
Before that list, you got to get past Kambosos.
Of course, you can't overlook that. Got to stay focused, and that's definitely gonna be the fight that I want everybody to tune in. And get the app now on Dazn, man. Go to app.
Appreciate that plug right there. That was nice.
Yeah, just for everybody, man, tune in, man. It's a takeover. It's been a long time coming. You know what I'm saying? And I've only gotten better, and I just want to display that. Come Saturday night, I want to show everyone that all the hard work that I've been going through and all the sacrifices and all the torment that's been going on. I just want to show everybody that I'm always going to prevail, because with God, all things are possible.
Amen.
Well, on that note, good luck. Can't wait to see you in the ring, champ.
You got it.
All right, baby.